welcome back to Rambling About Wrestling. I am joining you live from my lovely mansion. It's totally not green screened in. That is why half my head is missing. Today we are doing another Rambling review, but this time I am on my own as we head in and do the quick recap where there won't be loads of sidetracking of Summer Sizzler from RevPro 2026 edition. Before I kick off, I know the sales said there wouldn't be much rambling, but we are called Rambling About Wrestling. I just want to say, Bradford, very underrated city. And I know that might seem strange. I know it gets a bad rap somewhere, but I think I saw the Lancashire Hot Pots performing fish fingers in the oven. I've got plenty of them. Don't think I can put a clip in here, but I'll try.
Oh, you know it does a lovely fish finger, Morrison's. All together now.
Fish fingers in the oven. I'm back at the oven.
I saw a singing sheep. Got a brilliant photo with a fox. A giant 50-foot tall fox statue. And that was before the show had even started. I thought I was drunk out of my mind already. I did have quite a few drinks, so we'll see if I can get through this one myself quite easily or not. The first match of the evening was, there we go, I got to be bigger, Leland and Nino Bryant, the Flying Bryant brothers, accompanied by Xander Bryant, taking on Josh Hollie and Leyton Buzzard, unofficially called top tier, even though Josh Hollie is one half of top tier. That's what he was announced as tonight. But I think Leyton Buzzard is top tier. He is the Cruiserweight champion for now, as although Xander Bryant was unfairly booted from ringside, we did actually see Nino Bryant get the pinfall victory over, I believe it was Leyton Buzzard. Yes, I do believe it was Nino Bryant. An excellent little cut there to fact check. I couldn't actually find out, but again, few too many drinks. This one was very good. Josh Hollie and Leyton Buzzard did come out with a picture of James Ellis, of course, in memoriam, because he was beaten badly last week by the Bryants. I think it previewed the eventual match that'll be coming up at Wembley Stadium between Nino, two-time two-peat winner of the J Cup, and Leyton Buzzard, of course, the Cowardly champion. We then moved on to the Battle of Names, HMD, the Battle of Acronyms. Lucha de Espuestas was not agreed, but I do believe RPD now has to go by his full name, Ryan Davies. P is a mystery, it's silent, because he lost this one to HMD with one of the best instances of one-night storytelling I've seen in quite a while. HMD had, I believe it was a chain that was handed to him by Liam Slater, not Leon. Very important clarification there. That he used to knock RPD out. A boxer getting knocked out. How dare HMD. But yeah, pulled off a massive win, to be quite honest. That is a huge win. Even though it's against an unestablished name in RevPro. I've seen the man go toe-to-toe with Rory Coyle and Sovbro in some insane matches. I still have a cassette tape from those matches. I've seen RPD do a lot of stuff, is what I'm saying. And Hard Man Dan managed to uproot him. But yeah, that chain I'll come back to in a bit, because it is a very interesting, a very well done piece of one-night storytelling. We then moved on to Sugar spice, and all things nice, Hollie Barlow made her RevPro debut, taking on Alexxis Falcon for the undisputed British Women's Championship. This one was everything you need in a title match, although it did end, surprisingly, in a ref bump. A ref bump that allowed Alexxis Falcon to low blow Hollie Barlow and pick up a win. Very cheeky. Not a big fan that Alexxis Falcon was able to steal the win. But RevPro have taken a page out of TNT's book. And after the match, Alexxis Falcon was attacking Hollie Barlow when Lucy Sky came down to the ring and saved the day. Of course, taking a page out of their book, one of my favourite interactions on Twitter. Alexxis Falcon and Lucy Sky, they don't like each other. They'll be having a match, I believe, next weekend in TNT. But I believe Lucy Sky is next in line for Alexxis Falcon. She has to defend the title 2 more times before Wembley. You've got to think they'll give her a defence on the Women's Grand Prix show. That's highlighting women's wrestling. Andy Quilden's attempt at doing so, at least. I'm not here to tell lies. We got one women's match on this card. After you go on a podcast and talk about women's wrestling, you gotta be consistent, at least for a few months. Get everyone off your back. Come on, Andrew. I don't think he wants to be called Andrew, especially not by me, some random bloke. We then move on to what I'd assume to be match of the night. Jay Joshua took on Leon Cage. Leon Cage laughed at me, and I will forever hate him now, as I did put on X the Everything app that me and Leon Cage were born in the same year, and he has the ability to do backflips, whereas all I have is a bad back. And he laughed at my pain, so I was excited to see him get beat up by Jay Joshua. But that wasn't what happened. This a surprising, refreshing to see someone get a win when you don't expect it. These, even though it's a pay-per-view of sorts, I say that quite lightly, but that's RevPro's special event. I thought most of the matches would be pretty predictable, considering we're a month away from Wembley. But this one threw a spanner in the works, as Leon Cage used a Zack Sabre Jr.-esque roll-up method, technical pinfall, if you will, to beat Jay Joshua in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. Fortunately, he didn't use the Progress, the Inevitable March. No, Huzzah, the Inevitable March towards Progress will something. He didn't use a Zack Sabre Jr. submission move. I think that would have been better. You can't play conkers in England. However many other names Zack Sabre Jr. has for his finishing manoeuvres. I thought this was absolutely incredible. I think this will be on quite a few people's Match of the Year's list. I'd highly recommend you checking it out if you only have the chance to watch one thing from this event. It was just solid, good wrestling, and Jay Joshua hit Leon Cage with some kick the buddy-esque suplexes. He was absolutely ragdolling that boy around. He pile drove him at one point. I didn't think Leon Cage was going to survive, but not only did he survive, he thrived with a win. As we moved on to our next event, our next match, and this one is one that got me in a tad bit of trouble. Sha Samuels took on Man Like Darius. This was the rubber match, tied 1 apiece. And this one really grinded my gears, and I did get in trouble. I respect Sandy Beach, whatever name she goes by. I do often get her mixed up with the Grand Pro Wrestling former world champion or British champion, Sandy Beach. Either she's Sandy Beaches and he's Sandy Beach, or she's Sandy Beach and he's Sandy Beaches. Or maybe they're both one or the other. Anyway, during this matchup, Sha Samuels was, he's really grinding man like Doris's gears. A lot of gears getting ground tonight. To the point where man like Doris was stomping him in the corner. Sandy Beaches tried to pull man like Doris off from Sha Samuels, and he pushed her. Okay, and I get it. A push from man like Doris, it's gotta hurt. It has to. But Sandy Beaches stood in the corner for what felt like years. It was probably only a few seconds, but you don't have to face away from the action. And that allowed Sha Samuels to give one directly to the jewels, the area that man like Doris would rather not get hit, I don't think. Maybe the vocal cords, maybe like the larynx, probably be his second least favourite place to get hit, considering it's got to do a full, 2-minute rap during every entrance. Probably lose him a bit more money, but tonight it lost him the match. I mean, I really had a problem. I try to. I just don't understand how Sandy Beach is thinking. And again, I don't want to accuse anyone of corruption, but that's corrupt as hell. How much money is he paying you, Sandy? No. But in all seriousness, though, I don't like rubber matches ending in that way. And I hope Isaac Murray batters the hell out of Sha Samuels at Wembley Arena, if that's the direction we're going. And if it's on a minor card, I hope he does the exact same. I hope man like Doris isn't done in RevPro. It's a shame, really. I don't think he gets that many opportunities in RevPro, and I think he deserves them, of course. But yeah, simply put, wasn't a big fan of the ending, but the match itself was quite good. It was a respectable bit of wrestling. Again, I mean, I'll need to review the footage one more time. I was at the furthest row back, of course. But yeah, I just don't see much from it. Then we turn to a match that broke my heart to have to witness. Luke Jacobs should have been teaming with Ethan Allen to take on Leon and Liam Slater in the main event in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag titles. It should have been a sight to behold in Bradford. I was repping the Young Guns. It would have been enchanting to see. But unfortunately, Ethan Allen has sustained an injury. Kept him out of this match, might even keep him out of the FTR match. And quite frankly, that would be devastating. The man has fought back from an ACL injury. Got a dream match, and I don't know if it's his dream match, but quite frankly, it's a dream for me, so I can't imagine how excited he would have been. And his dad's a lovely man too. His dad could have seen him fight Dax Harwood, FTR bald. It would have been great. We don't know he's out yet, but I'm really nervous for him, and we wish him good news on the results. I mean, it genuinely is like a heartbreaker because we've seen him come up of being Mancunian. We've seen him and Luke Jacobs come up as the Young Guns, former Future Shock tag champions. So it'd be sick to see him main event Wembley. Well, maybe not main event, but, have the big money import match at Wembley. I'm sure FTR will still get used. You know what? Stick Dax Harwood and Luke Jacobs in there. Cash Wheeler can do something else. If Ethan Allen can't get cleared, let's still give Luke Jacobs a match because he deserves it. Maybe chuck him in the main event. Who knows? You know what? I've just realised something. I don't have to worry about it. Andy Quilden, it's all up to you. Do what you'd like. Let's just hope Ethan Allen. Let's just stay positive. Hope Ethan Allen's test results come back fine. But this match, even though it was a bummer to see that Ethan Allen wasn't able to attend the event, there was part of me that was hoping that he'd come out with Luke and, throw the crutches down or something. We did get part 2 of the Shane one-night story. HMD threw the chain to Liam Slater, who clocked Luke Jacobs, who busted himself open the hard way. He loves a bit of blood, does our Luke. He's John Moxley levels. John Moxley sort of stopped now, but he does love to bleed, that man. And he did, as he actually lost. A rare Luke Jacobs loss, which I feel like I might be a bad luck charm now, because I have seen quite a few of his losses over the last few months. Of course, I saw him lose to Scott Oakman in Catch. You can catch that review somewhere in the top corner. I'm shocked that he lost, but he did lose uncleanly. Liam Slater using the chain that HMD used, and Leon Slater would soon be confronted with in the main event, but I will get to that in a second. There was a great chant during this match, started by Graps and Claps Finest. I believe it was their section that started it. It was a Norwegian World Cup chant, repurposed of the Luke, instead of what the hell the Norwegians were chanting during the World Cup. We repurposed it for Luke. And even though Liam Slater is from Yorkshire, it was Luke Jacobs who had the major positive reaction. And people weren't happy that Liam Slater cheated. Not one bit. I wasn't happy. I don't see why you'd cheat. It's not for anything. Give it your best shot, Liam. Prove you're the best technical wrestler. I mean, the history books will record that Luke Jacobs tapped out to Liam Slater, so I'm sure he's happy enough. But we did then move on, and this is where things got a little more shaky. It was a very roller coaster-esque second half, a strap match, good stipulation. We like a strap match. Belt each other. However, it was a 4-corner strap match where you must touch all 4 corners, and everybody hated it. I have not seen a positive review yet. I pride myself. I'm not going to brown nose. Guys, you missed the mark on this one. It's not that it's a bad feud, but as my friend of the channel, Sha Brother, put it so clearly, it was a feud between 2 of the sons of Southampton, miles away from Southampton, in a match that couldn't quite be as violent as people wanted it to be. Yes, they hit each other with the strap quite a bit, but there's nothing definitive about touching 4 corners. Even as powerful as you want it to be, it's not very definitive. Again, JJ Gale, great guy, used AI once, still can't allow him to live after that. Also worked a show with bit of a dodgy show, but David Francisco, glorious man, never once done anything wrong ever. Recruited Kelly Six, kept him having a wrestling career. You know, I don't think the villain was the villain in this scenario. But David Francisco, yeah, he almost won on many an occasion. But that was the other thing. There was a lot of momentum taken away from it, because you'd touch one corner, touch the next corner, you'd touch the next, and then it'd get broken up. To be fair, to be completely honest with you, I went for a drink during this match. And when I came back, they were brawling in my seat. So I'm sure I would have enjoyed this match much more if I had stuck around. But by this point, I was really prepping for the main event. We were in a sort of dead spot because everybody was ready for the main event. I mean, I don't know if this is the end of the feud, but it certainly seems it is because of this man right here. Whoa. Where am I? There he is. TK Cooper returning to Revolution Pro Wrestling, taking out JJ Gale after his victory and proving that every fan in the building should mobilise. It's as simple as that. I do think that's the direction we're heading for. Who's JJ Gale going to find against the machine at Wembley? Or is Teeks going to give him a run for his money one-on-one, mano in mano? We'll have to find out. But then came the main event of the evening, the thing everybody was excited for. It was Leon Slater, Bradford's own son, taking on Michael Oku. This one was electric. These boys have a ton of chemistry together, no matter where they go. And quite frankly, this had the added stakes of Leon Slater's family being in the audience. Leon Slater's town people were in the audience too. Everybody was buzzing because of the parade outside, the fair outside, whatever it was. We'd all just seen talking sheeps and singing about fish fingers, and there's a Weatherspoons around the corner. Everyone was buzzing. And this one was pretty damn good. Now, there is an interesting moment in this one because we got the payoff to the little chain story we had. Liam Slater chucked the chain to Leon Slater, and he refused to use it, threw it down, and he won the title. He did it. The whole place erupted. He won the title thanks to Liam Slater pulling down Michael Oku's legs. But he pulled Michael Oku's legs down so much that his foot was under the bottom rope, so the ref, who was dazed, counted 1, counted 2, counted 3. Leon celebrated with the title, won it, posed many different poses, and then the ref, who'd counted the 3, just decided, you know what, actually his foot was under the rope, and I've seen that. What I've done here, and it wasn't Sandy Beach's. So all the refs had a moment tonight that made me think we need to extinguish refs from wrestling. Just have the fans shout 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't abolish them, but maybe train them on how not to get distracted so easily, guys. But yeah, the ref just decided, you know what, I've actually seen his foot was under the bottom rope. I know I've counted the 3. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart the match whilst Leon Slater's celebrating. And I'm just going to let Michael Oku hit Leon Slater with the chain. Why not? Now, I think the ref was distracted getting the title off Leon Slater or something of the sort. And Michael Oku took advantage and clocked him with the chain, which now means Michael Oku doesn't have to defend until Wembley, which means we're locked in with Connor Mills versus Michael Oku for the belt. Leon Slater could have a claim since he did win the title and then have it stripped away from him by an omnipotent referee, but I don't think he will. I think we'll be moving towards something different as after the match, Michael Oku scrambled away and Leon Slater grabbed a mic, and speaking of omnipotence, he was able to see in the back of his head that Liam Slater was about to attack him from behind. A swift leg kick, jumping leg kick. It's a great move. You know the one. He flies in and he clocks his opponent in the head with a flying leg. Sort of leg lariat, maybe a flying leg lariat. Let's call it a flying leg lariat. It was a very good end to the show, I'd say. It got the people hyped. The Slater Dojo are no more. Well, at least they're in a subdivide. Of course, Liam Slater has HMD, who also got taken out. But Leon Slater is good friends with Cameron Kai. So perhaps that's a Wembley Arena tag match. Perhaps we chuck, I don't know, a couple imports either side, a sort of style of that 8-woman no DQ tag match. The Cutthroat Collective. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I think that could be a fun little Wembley match. Maybe give AJ Styles, his son, a runabout since he's good pals with Leon Slater. Who knows? We know he's got into wrestling recently. But yeah, that was the whole effing show. Summer Sizzler came to an end with Leon Slater cutting an impassioned promo. Something I did want to raise is, I believe, Falcon v Barlow ended dodgily. Slater versus Jacobs ended dodgily. Leon versus Michael Oku ended dodgily. RPD versus HMD ended dodgily. Jay Joshua versus Leon Cage ended in a roll-up. Sha Samuels versus Darius ended dodgily. JJ Gale versus David Francisco, obviously, it was a strap match. There's no thingy way to end that, but it was a slightly dodgy win. And, of course, the tag match with Leland, the Bryant's versus Buzzard and Josh Hollie. But yeah, a lot of dodgy endings, considering it's your second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Again, I'm being brutally honest here because I love them. I'm only criticising you because nobody else will. No, I'm joking. Many people love to criticise RevPro. But that proves that they are the best doing it, in a way. Obviously, wrestling's subjective. But what isn't subjective is that this is the end of the video. I will see you next time. Stay rambling.